Hebrew Israelites who come out here every weekend and prophesy the downfall of America, to tell you that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, that you are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. All right, and we're predestined, Lord willing, we're the elect from the foundations of the earth to come and prophesy the greatest salvation ever to be seen by mankind, and the destruction that's spoken about in the Bible, which the Bible clearly tells you through the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, who y'all ignorantly call Jesus Christ. All right, and that man that y'all praise and worship, and you claim you hold that title dear to you as a Christian, he's coming back as a man of war, and he's coming back to redeem the remnant of the house of Jacob. All right, so we're gonna bring all these things back to you people's remembrance, because that's commanded by the prophets, to go onto the highways and the byways and to let you people know the truth. All right, this is no glitter, no glamour. This is unadulterated, full truth, 100%. We're not your pastor, we're not your priest trying to water down nothing. We're gonna tell you raw, rugged and raw in your face. And if you get cut, that's because we're doing the right thing. And that's why the Most High, well, 2/3 of you people and the rest of the inhabitants of the earth that fall not in that category of the elect of the nation of Israel, y'all get cut by this Bible, by this book, because you don't like what it tells you about your destiny if you walk contrary to what is right. All right, go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, that the Most High cast away his people.
Has the Most High cast away his people? From the beginning of the Bible to the end of the Bible, who is the Bible speaking about?
God forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. For the Most High hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew.
For the Most High has not cast away his people for who he once knew. All right? And Paul was testifying that he comes from the tribe of Benjamin. Because you got some people saying that he's probably a heathen, he's a Roman. Because they don't read scriptures, that's what they would believe in. Well, Paul's testifying that he's an Israelite. All right?
It said, the Most High had not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Know ye not what the scripture said of Elias, how he make an intercession to the Most High against Israel? Continue.
No, that's it. Okay. Because that's, like I said, like I keep saying, the Most High is coming back to redeem that which he foreknew. Get that one in Malachi chapter 3. Malachi 3 and 6.
Malachi chapter 3 verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore you sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Therefore you sons of Jacob are not consumed. Because you got this this love doctrine here in America. In their churches, everybody can be saved. That's not true. According to the Bible, only of the flesh and the spirit can you be saved, according to what the Bible says. All right. And because you have that mentality and that doctrine here in America, some of you Negro, Latino, you Israelites, all right, y'all don't know that because you're led by false prophets, and they're telling you that everybody can be saved. They're telling you that you have the right to prosper in America. They're telling you that you have the right to do what you want. Don't you know that spirit goes back to Aleister Crowley? All right, Aleister Crowley was one of the most filthy men on the earth that ever lived in his time. And that one of his mottos was "Do what thou willest," and that's the spirit here in America today. Each and individually of you people are able to do what y'all want. Even your sons and daughters choose what they want to do, and the parents allow that. They say they'll allow a homosexual son or a daughter. The Bible don't allow that. That's contrary. That's backwards. That's why the Most High says he's going to come back that which he foreknew. What did he know? Those that followed the laws, statutes, and commandments and didn't lose hope and their trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They didn't follow after the heathen like the rest of you. Y'all wanted to be just like the heathen because you saw the heathen do what they want. You saw the heathen live long lives. You saw the heathen prosper. Hey, but the Most High always told you, don't fret not when you see the sinner prosper. All right, because the sinner's gonna fall regardless. There's no hope in him. All right, now get that one in Jeremiah 16 and 10.
This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 10. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt shew this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee.
Right, there's been a time since the time that Yahweh Shai died and the prophets were killed off, the apostles. There was a period of time where there was in complete darkness. Now light's coming back, man. Now a time is gonna come where we're gonna tell you the truth all over again, as you once knew it. And that's what us men on the highways and the byways are doing. All right, go ahead.
It said, when thou shalt shew this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our God? Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, said the Lord.
Because your forefathers have forsaken Yahweh Shai. Y'all casted off that which was good, and you cleaved to that which was not good, that was unprofitable. But because you're naive, simple-minded, like Paul says in was the 2 Corinthians 11 and 1, that he has a godly jealousy, that he's worried over you because of the simplicity of the deception, or how does it say? Go ahead and get it. 2 Corinthians 11 and 2. Start at verse 1. And that's how a lot of you Negro Latinos are simple-minded, man. Y'all don't trust in the Lord like y'all claim y'all do. Because when you're put to the test, you fail every time. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband.
And that's something that you people don't understand. You gotta have a zealous spirit to come out here and do this work. This is one of the things you're not supposed to be ashamed of. All right? But 2/3 of you, y'all walk holding hands with a man and a man, or a woman and a woman, or you're bisexual. That's what goes on here in America. Now they're allowing same-sex marriage. But y'all believe in the Bible. Bunch of hypocrites, man. And because you walk hand in hand with the evil, with the wicked, the wicked's not gonna go unpunished. You're gonna get wiped away along with them. And that's the truth out of the Bible, man. Go ahead.
Jeremiah, sorry. 2 Corinthians 11 and 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ.
And that's how it was since the beginning. We're raised and we're given to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, to worship and to serve him only, as a woman to her husband. But because you decided to go a whoring, you went astray and acted like a whore, this is what you get. You get casted off. You're not gonna receive your all the gifts and all the love and care and nurture that you think you deserve.
It says, but I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ.
You are beguiled by the serpent, like Eve was. All right? That's why the scriptures say you've done worse than your forefathers. Okay? You've done worse than your forefathers. Now that's why we're in the condition that we're in here in America. Go ahead, read.
It says, for if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him.
See, and that's what's going on in America. You got two doctrines, you got two types of Jesus being preached. Two salvation, two saviors. And that's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and you got who y'all call Jesus Christ. All right? So you got this love doctrine here in America. Got all you people deceived, man. Got every single one of you Israelites deceived, thinking that everybody can be saved. And the ultimate man that did that deception, going back to the time of Adam and Eve, was what the Bible uses an allegory, analogy of a serpent. We don't take no money. Sure. Yeah, we don't take no money. Was serpent, and that serpent was a man. And that was an actual man that lived, and he was an Edomite. When you go back to Cain, Cain killed his brother Abel. Now, Cain received a mark, and that mark was shown to you through Esau. All right? And today, Esau is the so-called white man. That's who the devil is here in America. And that spreads all its hate and evil on the whole compass of the globe. Okay? He's the one that steals, kills, and destroys. That's who the Most High was warning you about. That's the forked tongue that's going all across the earth, that great dragon, that old serpent. Okay? That's why two-thirds, well, not two-thirds, but even the elect, because at one time, we were as a Gentile state of mind, Israel, or Gentiles, but under the Gentile state of mind. Okay? Because of what? Because of us going astray from our Father. Now we're coming back. And we gotta tell you the truth. We gotta wake you up to that truth.
2 Corinthians 11:6. Or verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit, which you have not received, or another gospel, which you have not accepted, you might well bear with him. For I suppose I was not a whit behind the very chiefest apostles.
That's it.
Yeah, there was more.
Okay, go ahead.
But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge.
Right, yet though we sound rude in speech, yet we're not rude in knowledge. We're not being corrupt in the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We're coming precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. What can you do? What do you do for your people, man? What are you doing for the Latin tribes? What are you doing for the Negro tribes? Because all I've been seeing on the internet is these cops killing Negroes like if they're flies, man. You Jakes, you Negroes are dropping like flies here in America. If they ain't shooting you down, you're dying with diabetes. If you ain't dying with diabetes, you're dying with cancer. You're alcoholic, drugs. What are you doing for your people, man? What kind of hope are you instilling into your people? Y'all's hope is as the scriptures say, as cobwebs. You can't hold much weight.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Yo, and that's exact. Who did that? Even 2/3 of our people will do that to us. They'll do it to each other. Esau, so-called white man's done that, and you 2/3 follow after that same spirit, man. Manipulation, deception. All right? You try to find a way to accuse him, to annihilate, to kill, through envy, because that's all the devil is envious, jealous, because he lost his birthright. Just like 2/3 of y'all lost y'all's birthright, man.
It says, thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
Because you did that to your brother, you're gonna have to drink that cup also, man. And all your wickedness is gonna be uncovered. Because for so long, nobody knew who the devil was. Now we know who the devil is. It's a so-called white man here in America. And 2/3 of you Negro Latinos that follow after that same spirit. Okay? That's the truth, man. It ain't no devil in the center of the earth burning up with horns and a red tail. That's mythology. That goes to the Romans and the Greek mythology, man. We're talking about realistic type things that go on the earth. Are there spirits in the spiritual realm? Yes, because Job visualized that in a vision. Because even all the angels, even Satan was present at the Lord's seat, man. But it ain't no red devil with the pitchfork stomping and jumping up around waiting for you to come down to hell. We are on hell, man. This is hell. Hey, I know there's a movie out there. It's a horror movie, and they go into like this. I guess once they go into that city or that town, they certain things are popped up to make them to deceive them as if that's pleasing or that's they're in reality, but really it's a trap. Like here in America, everything's a trap. Everything is set up to destroy you. It may look good. It may look like it's shining bright, and hey, it ain't nothing wrong with it. That's why us brothers always tell you, you need to research things. You need to be circumspect and examine what's before you. And like the book of Proverbs says, it tells you before you put up a knife up to your throat, before you try to consume what was presented to you, any dainties by your enemy. You got to examine it.
Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Right, it shall destroy you with the sword destruction, man. Great destruction is coming to America. All right, it's just a matter of time. Things are slowly escalating, speeding up, man. You got a lot of murders that are going on within the what do they call it? The police system, man. There's a lot of people doing a lot of hurt. A lot of blood is being shedded, and you're witnessing it before your eyes on the television, on YouTube, on the internet. Yeah, over here at the park, at the Martin Luther King Park, there's been 2 murders, man. Well, y'all ain't speaking nothing about that. All y'all do is go to y'all's breakfast table, y'all's dinner table, and start, oh, gee, did you hear about what happened at Martin Luther King? A bunch of gossipers, a bunch of busybodies. But what are y'all doing? Y'all ain't doing nothing but spreading rumors. You probably don't even got the facts straight. You need to go out and speak the truth to your people. Warn them of more deaths to come. Get that one in Jeremiah 9. It says, teach your daughters well.
Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 19. Or it says, I'm sorry, verse 17. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider you and call for the mourning women, that they may come, and send for cunning women, that they may come. And let them make haste and take up a wailing for us, that our eyes may run down with tears, and our eyelids gush out with waters. For a voice of wailing is heard out of Zion. How are we spoiled? For we are greatly confounded, because we are forsaken the land, because our dwellers have cast us out. Yet hear the word of the Lord, O ye women, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth, and teach your daughters wailing, and every one her neighbor lamentation. For death is come up into our windows, and has entered into our palaces.
For death has come up to our windows, man. All you gotta do is turn on the internet, and right there, boom, you see death. And nothing's being done about the Negroes being shot down in the streets by the police. You know how many murders have been committed and they go unpunished?
Real quick, there was an incident about a half a year ago up in Europe. It was like a